schedule for tonight in the NFL. We're getting a steady stream of sneak previews today, Thanksgiving game. Chiefs are going to be favored by almost 5 points on Thanksgiving in Dallas. John Breach of CBS writing, the Chiefs are the first team in 9 years to play on both Thanksgiving and Christmas in the same season. Steelers had to pull the holiday double back in 2016. They won both of those games. Greg Jennings is here joining us. Question is, are the Chiefs now America's team? Maybe if they win.
So I don't think this regular season game will determine it. So I understand you make the point the Patriots are the team of the century,
Team of
right?
the century.
Which, the more I thought about that, that's just an accomplishment thing, and that's fair.
Thanks.
Like, the Patriots are the most accomplished team in the NFL this century, and they'll have that title for another 3 or 4 years for the Chiefs catch them and everything, and that's fine. But if America's team means the team that is the most popular, the team that draws the most eyeballs, the team that is the most discussed, and plays in big games, which is how the Cowboys got the moniker to begin with. It was all of that. You know what I mean? They had wide fan base. It wasn't just local. They were consistently good, across different eras, all of it. Then, yeah, they are. And we even have the added bonus of them being, thanks to the nonsense about the conspiratorial officiating last year, they're a little polarizing.
Oh, they are.
And so, or maybe more than a little polarizing. So my answer to that question is yes. I think they have replaced the Dallas Cowboys as America's team in a way. Just last point, the Patriots didn't, because I didn't feel like the Patriots were ever beloved outside of New England. They were respected, they were feared, but they didn't try to be warm and cut. You know what I mean? Like I think the most popular Patriots team ever was the one that didn't win, 07, because we were all so wowed by it. I think the Chiefs are, almost every city in America, they're the second or third favorite team of that city compared to that, that team's local team.
No, they're not, and they won't be. They're the team of the moment. That's what they are. In high school in Cleveland, I had a serious girlfriend, really was into her.
This is always risky.
But I knew, and she knew, we weren't getting married. We weren't this was nice, but it's not gonna last. And that is what the Chiefs are. They are developing fans throughout the country that are into them because of Mahomes, but not like the Cowboys, where the Cowboys have millions of fans all over the country, whether they are good or bad. I submit to you, when Mahomes is done, nobody's going to be thinking about the Chiefs other than people in Kansas City. And the handful of people that are growing up right now becoming Chiefs fans because of Mahomes in different cities. Cowboys only won 2 Super Bowls in the 70s. Now, they were in it.
Yeah,
they were in a few
they
more.
go to 5
Then the 80s, they were downright bad. And the 90s didn't make them America's team when they won 3. They were already America's team. Like, the Cowboys, we are going to talk about them. They're going to have millions of fans all over the country, whether they're good or bad.
Yep.
The Chiefs is about Mahomes, to a lesser extent, Reed and Kelsey. It's about their quarterback, though. And when he's done, they're not going to even be thought of anything close to America's team.
Can I just real quick before you go? I think that might be totally correct, that when Mahomes is done, they lose the moniker. But I'm not talking about that they are going to be America's team for now until infinity and beyond.
But that's what the Cowboys are.
So that's the other, the second layer to it, and I give it to you, is I think the Chiefs have taken it, and I do not think it is by any means guaranteed that the team that takes it from the Chiefs is Dallas. I think Dallas has done all they can to squander it with 30 years of not playing in big games.
But they still
hold it, right. Exactly, and they still have a grasp of it. And so I'm with Brew. No, they're not. And I don't even think they care. Clearly, they don't care. But there's this idea of when you're a fan, you either love a team or you hate a team. Regardless, you watch that team because of one of those 2 reasons. You either want to see them win or you want to see them lose. And so there's this level of intrigue, and there's a new fan because of fantasy and because of how sports are viewed now across mediums, to where it's not about this, this is my childhood team. This is
correct.
That's Dallas. Like, Dallas fans, they didn't have all this stuff. So you're not going to miss that. And one last thing, if the Cowboys even sniff a successful season, they're right back on top of whoever has the torch. They're right back on top. If they have a successful postseason, you can forget about it.
Right.
You can absolutely forget about it. And that's right now. If the Dallas Cowboys, the Chiefs could be 15, 16, 17 and 0, and if the Cowboys are 12 and 5 and they get into the playoffs and they make a deep run, everybody's talking about the Cowboys. Right. Everybody's paying attention to the Cowboys.
Because think about it, Nick, you said the Chiefs are the most talked about team. Last year, because they were so great and it was assumed, even though the games were close, it was assumed they were going to get to the Super Bowl. We didn't talk a ton about them. I don't mean just this show, but in general, because it was like, it was boring to talk about because they were so great.
But their games rated like they were the team people were most interested in.
Yeah.
And
but if the Cowboys are great, we're not going to get bored with their greatness. It's going to be.
I mean, we act like the Cowboys had 3 straight 12-win regular seasons. We're not super far removed from the Cowboys being legitimate Super Bowl contenders. Where I would push back is I think you guys are assigning, understandably, the Chiefs were not in the top, 25 of the 32 teams in the league in this discussion pre-Mahomes. I understand that. So you're assigning it to Mahomes, rightfully so. I think you guys are forgetting that the Cowboys went through the pre-Romo drought where on shows like this, they weren't an A block, B block, or C block topic either.
Pre-Romo?
Yeah, because they've had back-to-back.
There really weren't any shows like this back
okay,
then.
well, no, but I mean, when Quincy Carter was playing and those things, PTI and those shows existed, I think that the Cowboys, we also haven't seen the Cowboys without a star quarterback in 15 years. So they are riding some of that quarterback-driven crest as well, because when they did have their, post-Aikman, pre-Romo, that drought, the Cowboys were not discussed the way they are currently with Dak, who's like an oddly polarizing quarterback himself.
I'll have a different angle on this. One, the Chiefs are very Patriots-esque, where it's like small market team, not very good, little blips of
relevance, but nothing close to dominance.
Go away. Yeah. You get a great coach, you get a great quarterback, you become great. Mm-hmm. The interesting thing on the stuff that has come out officially already, that the Chiefs are on Christmas, which they wanted to be, so 3 straight years on Christmas. The Chiefs will be on Thanksgiving against the Cowboys, which is really interesting, I think, because anybody against the Cowboys will rate. Right. So it feels like the NFL wants, Florio's putting out there that this could break the record. An international game we think they're slated for. We don't know if it's official. The Chiefs did not win the Super Bowl last year, but they are being treated still as...
Oh, they're still the team to beat, even though Vegas doesn't have it like that.
Vegas doesn't have it. Analysts don't have it. The statistics don't have it. But it's like, you would think that the way that... I think the schedule would break the same way if they had won the Super Bowl. The fact that they didn't win the Super Bowl, and it actually got out of hand at one point. Like, they were still playing Sirianni, who's covered in Gatorade, but they didn't lose any cachet.
No, I agree. I want to throw this to Greg real quick if we have 30 seconds left. I would comp it to that, like in the NBA, there's Lakers, and to a lesser extent, there's the Celtics, and those are the teams. I just think as far as discussion, I'm going to talk about success. Sure. I think that's what it is. That's true. And I don't know that it will last past his career. But over the last decade, Golden State has been the team people are, because of Steph, the team that draws the most eyeballs, that is the most discussed. It's like Golden State plus where LeBron is playing. And so I'm not saying Golden State maintains that. I'm saying you can make the argument that over the last 10 years, Golden State has been America's basketball team.
I think that's correct.
Right, and so that's what I'm saying. I think the Chiefs have done. That's a really good comp.
And one of the
nobody cared about them.
Right.
The difference with the Patriots and the Chiefs, to me, is you got a head coach that people just love Andy Reid. And so
they want to be likable.
Absolutely. There's nothing to not like about Andy Reid. Now, Patrick Mahomes, whether you like him or not, you love what he does. Travis Kelce, there's so much intrigue surrounding this team. To your point, they are the Golden State of the NFL.
I like that.
Yeah, that was a great compliment.
Thanks, I appreciate that. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.